All right. You ready?
All
right. I thought we had a good first week of practice. This is kind of a midweek exam today, and we played a lot of players. We had 4 deep. First time I ever had a chance to do that, which is good. We got a lot of look at guys. Most every player got around 35 plays, which is good. And we wanted to look at several different things. First time we've really tackled. You could tell a lot of times defensively we put them in a bind. I wouldn't let them leave their feet tackling. Wouldn't let them block below the waist. So that puts them in a bind. And so we looked a little softer than we will look when we get to playing in a real game, but we're trying to stay away from injuries. But first half I thought the defense did well. They competed well. They actually outplayed the offense, but I thought the second half the defense came out the offense came out and did a good job. They answered the bell the second half. They needed to. We threw the ball better, caught the ball better. I really liked the way our running backs ran the ball today. This was going to be more of a passing scrimmage. Next week will be more of a running scrimmage. But we looked at all situations. I can't tell you who stood out other than the obvious. Looking at the quarterbacks and receivers. We'll go in and we'll grade this 150 play scrimmage, and that's a long time to scrimmage. But we got a lot done. But we got another week to go, and we'll load back on the buses tomorrow morning, go back to higher ground, and look at this film and see what we need to improve on. Questions?
First chance in New Nippert. What were your thoughts to be out here in front of and kind of see this the way it looks now?
Well, it's kind of a relief. It feels good to come back out here. That we've got a surface and we've got a stadium that obviously. We're proud of it beforehand, but we're really proud of it now. It holds the noise a little bit better. You can hear echoes, which is good. That was one thing I was going to look at. We appreciate the construction people letting us come out and be a part of this and do it. They've got a lot of work to do, and we've probably gotten our way a little bit. But Under Armour uniforms, first try today, look good. What we do is we wear them, and then we tailor them how the guys want them. Next week we'll flip and let the offense wear the white and the defense will wear the black. And it's kind of a dress rehearsal for Under Armour too, but I thought they really looked good. Nippert and Under Armour and a team that I think we've got a lot of talent. I think it all is going to work pretty well together going into 3 weeks, and right about now we'll get ready to start warming up for our first game.
Do you see any scenario, and you talked about the running backs showing a little bit today, do you see any scenario where one guy takes this job, or are they all three going to see a lot of snaps all season long?
I couldn't really tell today. Tion looked the best he's ever looked. He looked quicker, he looked faster, he looked more determined. And then you look at Michael Boone, he's head and heels above where he was at, mid-season last year. He's going to be hard to beat out. And then you take Jose, he looks quicker and faster. And then Bansbach, our young guy, number 30, he might be our fourth down guy, and he catches the ball really well. We're really blessed to have the running backs we got now. If you look at what happened last year, we lost two running backs, and 3 and 4 had to come out of the shadows and play for us. So it's a game of luck. It's a game of your second, third, fourth team guys stepping up and making plays when somebody else is hurt. That's a position that we're going to run the ball more this year, and we're going to need all 4 of those guys. And so, I'm looking forward to seeing how much more they can improve for the next 3 weeks.
You talked about improving the running game during the spring and improving your defense. Did you see both of those things?
Yeah, I thought our defense did well today. What we asked them to do, I kind of handcuffed them in what they could do. We wanted to play more technique. We didn't blitz a lot. What you try to do on defense is you try to give them bad plays early in the series and get off the field. It's about getting your defense on and off the field as quick as possible. But I made them play a little bit more technique than what we will in a game. Next week we'll open it up a little bit. I'll let the defense do a little bit more. Offensively, again, it was more of a throw-in scrimmage. I think that it'll be more of a test next Friday night when we scrimmage of stopping the run on both sides of the ball, and then obviously the offense being able to block a few more blitzes and stunts that we'll run during the scrimmage. So got a lot to learn. We'll go back this week, and after we look at this film, see what we need to work on. We'll cut down from playing all the 4 teams to basically 2 teams going into this week, 2.5 teams, and 1s and 2s will get more reps. But it's good to have 4 groups to this point. Now we're going to have to cut it down a little bit and kind of make our cuts like the NFL's doing, and cut them out and bring the guys in and let them know who's basically going to play and who's not.
You said a couple times.
To contribute to
we held out Landon Brazil today. Had a strained neck. We had a few things that a few guys. Mark Wilson, we didn't play him. It was good to see Kevin Lujan back, but you don't know about any of them right now, to be honest with you. All those guys are working hard. All the defensive linemen. I'm proud of the linebackers and what they're doing. But again, I won't be able to tell enough about who's really going to perform till we get to playing really the first and second team and really start competing and get them out there in more reps. And that's what we're going to need to see.
You've talked about there's a lot of, I saw quite a few picks out there. I mean, was it just miscoordination of the receiver and the quarterback?
Well, yeah. And what happens in practice and your camp, you get out there and quarterbacks don't protect the ball as well. They try to force the ball in, and that's what happened today. You got some of the younger guys trying to throw deep balls, and they shouldn't have been throwing them. So it's a situation where we're not in game mode yet. They're more into practice mode. They're trying to go through the reads, and sometimes these young guys get a little bit anxious. But we'll get better at that.
You talked about the first team offense knocking some rust off throughout the week. Was it good in the second half to see them start to finally get a rhythm where they've lacked that?
Yeah, they didn't play with enthusiasm for some reason the first half. I think they thought that the defense was going to come out and play like they did last year, and they didn't do it. They played with more enthusiasm and a little bit better tempo, and got caught off guard a little bit and got stopped, and we blew one coverage down here on the goal line for about a 98-yard pass. But other than that, first half of practice, the defense was ahead, which they need to be. If your defense is not ahead early in the season, then you got problems. If you got to score 50 points to win, it's going to be a long season like it was last year.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, anything else?